Hi, this is one of my other videos, a great video hopefully, something that I realized while making another video, weirdly enough, but yeah. So I was willfully unemployed for a year now, and I realized something incredibly deep about the entire situation. Uh, what I realized was, first thing is, the year went by so fast that I didn't even notice it. And like it's almost summer now, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh, it's May 31st. Like, what? How did I get here? It was just like September, just a couple of months ago. And I've never had a year like that because every year I've wanted it to end, but it never ends because I hate it. But this year, because I actually liked spending the time and I liked what I was doing and I was happy, it went by so fast. And what I realized was I began to ask myself a question of, oh my God, I think I found what I wanted to do with my life. Something that's truly fulfilling, that I could wake up, like to go to bed every day, wanting to wake up to, the next day. I'm like, I'm going to do this every day, right? Which is what I do now, which is I wake up, have breakfast, I read books, I do research, I write books, I write essays, I talk to people from all over the world about philosophy and, I don't know, biochemistry, whatever, right? And I do that every day, and then it's nighttime, and then I'm listening to some podcast and falling asleep. And that makes me happy. And I realized that through that, I began to question it, and I began to feel a certain thing, which was that it was two things, actually. The first was that I realized people actually kept telling me that I wouldn't be happy, but they themselves aren't happy. There's nobody that I've met right now in my life, outside, anywhere, that's happy. All of them are miserable. But they keep wanting to pull me to their world. They keep wanting me to get a job. They keep wanting me to be in their life, but I don't like their life. I don't want to be in that situation. And I realized that they just think that I don't feel something that they feel. And I realized what people really want. And I think it's the source of everybody's unhappiness. So basically, it's like this, right? People want to feed their egos. They don't actually want to be happy. What do I mean by that? Basically, you could be very content with your life, just be sitting around doing nothing. But if there's nobody that cares about that, there's nobody that cares about you, there's nobody that texts you, you would rather go outside and get the attention of other people than actually just stay home and just be content with your situation. Nobody wants that. People want to be noticed by other people. And it kind of feeds into everything. For example, it feeds into relationships. People aren't really looking for the person that makes them feel happy and loved. They're looking for a person that strokes their ego and makes them feel better about themselves and their identity. Like if it's a guy, it's a really hot girl, and what really attracts him is not even the fact that she's attractive, but the fact that he has her. And when it's a girl, it's a really rich guy, and it's not even just about the money. It's about her having that guy and her feeling better about herself. I made a video about this previously. I posted about it. Something about how you sleep with other people's egos. Yeah, watch that video if you haven't. But I also realized that everybody would rather be a depressed, famous person than a happy, alone person. If there was, people just want what other people have. Like, people want to occupy these places just to be noticed. These celebrity-like places, these whatever, right? People go out, they keep doing shit because other people do shit, and they just want to feed their ego of saying, oh, I have this, I've accomplished this. So their ego gives them a certain kind of boost, but they're not looking for contentment. They're not looking for happiness. People don't know what to do with happiness when they have it, with contentment, with stability. People panic. Even I panicked a little bit when I had it. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what does this mean? It's like, because you start to ask yourself, like when you're really happy, you ask yourself, then what? Then what do I do? And that's the real fear, I think, that people run away from, because you start to realize that there's an end to things, but you don't want things to end because you don't want to sit somewhere alone with your own thoughts. You don't know what to do with that. But even in my situation where I can be alone with myself and just enjoy whatever there is to enjoy, you just feel like, what the fuck is the point then? If nobody cares about it, but I have it, what's the point? Because technically everything has an assumed, there's an assigned human value to things, and that's what gives it meaning. When somebody's wanted by so many people, we also want that person, because then it's about an ego thing. Oh, if I have that person, and then I get to feel good about my ego. That's why we're all so unhappy, because we want the thing that's gonna feed our ego, not the thing that's gonna make us happy. And those two things are always different. And that realization is the key to either happiness or feeding your ego. And you can't do both at the same time. And this realization was like a very just hit to the face for me, where even when you're looking for a partner, you're looking for someone that's going to feed your ego. You could be attracted to this person, they could have a great personality, but if they don't feed your ego, because you're not looking for happiness, you're just going to disregard them. And everything is about the ego. Going out to spend the money, going out to do things, it's about the ego.